then too, they know who to tell it around because they ain't gonna tell it in front of me because no, I'm a load of whistle now.
Yes, sir.
Up. I don't remember you doing that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, if you do that, okay, well, if you did that, who is what you would call it, and what did Thingamajig go, and who was over there on that corner?
Yes,
you
sir.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You was there that during that particular time that you're speaking of, because you can't even tell me. In other words, if you can't tell me, you wasn't there. You just talking just to hear yourself talk.
Yes, sir.
See, so don't make me pull the shit out for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just leave me alone.
Okay, then, Dad.
See, so that's why you have to do that. You know, see, because there's people talking about my boxing. Yeah, I used to box with Manly Humphrey, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never get no two in the cup up. Ain't gonna bust an egg out of the content.
Hey, Dad, did you ever fight Muhammad Ali? What was that story? Because I be telling it, I don't know if I be telling it right. I be telling that you fought him. Y'all fight.
No, I ain't never fought Ali, and that Ali would tear my butt loose. But I wanted to fight him with my fist because he had pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
He made Lonnie start crying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I worked at the Las Vegas Hilton. This was in '78 when him and Leon fought.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I turned pro in Las Vegas. And I worked at the Las Vegas Hilton when they boxed it at the Las Vegas Hilton.
Oh, that's where you turned pro at?
In Las Vegas, yeah, that's where I turned pro at.
Okay.
I turned pro in '77 when we moved out there. And I fought 3 rounds with Ernie Shea, but I don't know if you know who he is. But anyway, getting back to Ali. I worked at the Las Vegas Hilton, okay, and they were doing the exhibition. This was the night before, the day before the fight. Okay, so Lonnie went to see him exhibition. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and since I worked at the Las Vegas Hilton, most of the security guards and stuff knew me from working there and knew that I boxed. So they let me sit right by the door for when Ali come out to go out there to get the heavy bag and the speed bag and jump rope and stuff like that. Me and Lonnie would be the first one to see him before he went through the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So we sitting there. Here he comes through the door, you know, with his bodyguards and entourage, okay? So we get up. Lonnie grab him by the arm, you know, put her arm, you know, around his arm. You know what I'm saying? And then there's me, then his bodyguard. I mean, to me, he was like, geez, I just wanted to touch the hem of his garment because he was my hero all my life. You know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, I still love him, you know. But I don't look like no fag or nothing like that either. So, you know what I'm saying? So, what?
You laughing.
You know what I mean? I said I didn't want to seem like that by putting my arm around, like Lonnie was holding it on. You know how the woman hold on.
Yes, sir.
Well, I didn't want to do that, and like I said, it seemed like no fag. And, shit. And we spoke to him. She said, Assalamu alaikum to him. And, you know, we have been some practicing Muslims when we live here. You know what I'm saying? And when you say Assalamu alaikum to a Muslim, they supposed to say, Wa alaikum salam, right? And he didn't say nothing like that. Okay, now, we get to the tunnel where he's going out the door to go on the floor to work out with the on the bag and stuff like I told you.
Mm-hmm.
He's signing autographs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Hurt Lonnie's feelings. So we go back to the seat and sit down. She crying. I look around, she crying. I'm mad in the wet hand now, you know. Let's see. Me and Lonnie have been together since 72, 73 when we got together. Yeah. And I never made her cry. And then this person that she don't even know got her cry. So I'm pissed off at him now. So I'm finna go that I don't give a damn who he is. Right. You know what I'm saying? He shit behind two shoes like I do. You know. So I'm finna go, I know, and I'm finna go up there, put my finger in his face and get to talking smack to him and let him know. I mean, and I'm finna give him a piece of my mind. Yeah, that's stuff I was. You got my woman to crying and she don't even know that I'm mad.
Right,
so
right.
In other words, I lost my mind. I didn't know. But anyway, the closer I started getting to him, the bigger his bodyguard starting to look. Now, I guess my mind coming back to me. Because I lost my rabbit ass mind then. So, like, look, his bodyguard got orders to kill you if you touch that man.
Oh.
And there's some streak of love that I will to make it through the bodyguard. I still got the baddest man on the planet to contend with. Right, right. So now all my faculties and came back to me now, you know. So I go back to the sea where Lionel was at, pat on the back, said, that's okay, don't even worry about it. I said, don't even worry about it, baby. You know. So we sit down. When he gets big, he come back through. He remembered and he apologized. He apologized to her and he apologized to me. And on the back of Junior and Judge's school picture, he signed his autograph on the back of the picture.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh yeah. And then after that, we left and went over to the bar in the Las Vegas Hilton. They fought at the pavilion, so we went over to the hotel where the casino was there, because that's where I worked at. And the bartender named Harry was waiting the bar. So at the bar with me and Lonnie, you know what I'm saying, telling Harry what just had happened with Ali. And who coming through the casino but Leon. Now Leon, friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Leon from here, from boxing. That's from here with my man, you know. And he come through the casino. He picked Lonnie up, swung around, just on his jaw, you know what I'm saying? And me and him, we shaking hands and with Bonte skipping, this, that, and other. And I told him what had happened. And I showed him what Ali signed on the back of the picture. He signed his autograph right on the top of Ali. Got both of them autographs. Lonnie got it, so I can't find it. I know Lonnie got it.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll tell you the same story. Jazz will tell you, know about it. But that's my brush with greatness. He's still my hero regardless. You know what I'm saying? I patted myself out there. You know, the man had to turn Lonnie on to him. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't like him like other people did. And I'm saying, oh, come on now, baby. Look, he done made two names great. Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, blah, blah, blah. And over the years, I made her start liking him.
Mm-hmm.
But then when she met him, he was like that. And it hurt her feelings. But, you know, sometimes people have things on their mind and you never know what they're going through at that particular time.
Right.
I've been three spots, you know, that he come through the casino. Like I said, I worked right there at the bar in the casino, and I see all kind of people. Mm-hmm. But me and Fox were coming together, and every time, because he come through there all the time, because he like to play baccarat, and I hollered at that Mr. Fox when you get time. You know, I want to talk to you once you get time. I didn't want to run up to him like other people be running up to him and holding their jaw. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming, honey, you know, stuff like that. He wasn't like that at all. He wasn't like that at all. Now, he would have a cool pimp walk.
Oh yeah, Red Fox was just his character.
He had a cool pimp walk.
Did he?
You know? Sure. And one day, about 3 or 4 days after that, I saw him going down in the bathroom. I said, well, okay, this is my time. I can catch him in there. Because he had a fighter named Young Samson.
Mm-hmm.
And Red Fox from St. Louis. So I'm finna, try to hook up with him. And he could be, a sponsor for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The box, for him.
Oh, he had boxers?
Huh?
Red Fox had boxers?
Yeah, he had some boxers.
Oh.
He had one fighter called Young Samson.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I went down in the bathroom and he was washing his hands. And I'm trying to be courteous, So, well, Mr. Fox, you busy now? He said, yeah, I'm taking the shit. That pissed me off. That pissed me off, And so, but I kind of looked past it. And I got to telling him, who I was and what I did, and I'm from St. Louis, and and I told him, I wouldn't mind fighting for him, and he pissed me off again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! He said, "I want another nothing ass fighter."
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker don't even know me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't know what I can do, but you say you won't. Oh my God. Nothing else fighter, you know what I'm saying?
But
pissed me off.
when you
I left.
But when you
I hated Red Fox for that.
Yeah.
I hated him for that.
But when you were how many times Golden Glove champion was you, Dad?
One time.
Oh, you only won the Golden Gloves one time?
Yeah, because that was I went on the Turk Pro after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, because I didn't never fight novice. When you start boxing, you're supposed to fight novice, open, and then you turn pro.
Explain that to me.
Novice is when you're a beginner.
Okay.
Open is when you got experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you can you know what I'm saying? You can fight some better fighters. Novice, you had to fight somebody that had the same amount of fights that you done had. They ain't had none, and you ain't had none.
Right.
I never did fight that. The Bigo didn't start me that. He started me with people who already had fights because I could fight.
Right. Oh, so you started novice already.
Because Kevin used to box from the mom and daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But your Uncle Kevin, I say that I whoop him.
Mm-hmm.
The Kevin was your uncle was something too. But he never did turn pro. He didn't never go forward like I did. But anyway, about 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks after my Red Fox incident, Stan, he was living in Las Vegas too. And so he come over to the house and he showed me a picture. Now he was standing with his arm around Red Fox. How do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You get that close to Red Fox, but you can just put your arm around it and hug him, and when he pitched me when I was talking to him. Stan would set in that he had the story about how he met Red Fox. And Red Fox was driving the car, you had to use white pliers to pull the lights up, turn the lights on. And it was some hookers just trying to catch, get Red Fox, and Stan kept him off of him. And he did, and just so he could get away. And he went on and took a picture with Stan, for gratitude.
Hey, Dad. Ironic that you said that. It was that guy. He from here, from Kalamazoo. He got a car called the Red Fox. In that movie, the Red Fox. He got the other guy named Joe. Actually, this one guy with the Red Fox is named Pippinose, and then the other guy named Joe Snell. He got the what's that bunny rabbit? The Pink Panther. And both of those cars was in I want to say it was Which Way Is Up or Which Way Is Loose. Which one of those? Do you remember those?
Which Way Is Up is the movie, yeah. With Richard Pryor.
Yep. You remember those cars they was driving? That light blue one and that red one?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Those dudes from here. He came here and that was their cars.
Oh, okay, all right. Did you ever see Superfly with Brian O'Neill?
I'm not. I probably did, but I'm not really sure.
The one that came out in 1972.
Yeah, I was 3.
When they had the long coats, and Curtis Mayfield did the soundtrack. I'm Your Mama.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So you remember that Superfly movie?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you remember the Cadillac we were driving?
In the Superfly, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, that Cadillac from here.
Oh, yeah,
Maurice
that's what's up.
That was Maurice Harden's Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't all the Cadillacs like that. And Maurice Harden was a pimp from here.
Right.
And they used his car in the Superfly movie.
Yeah.
And you see that headlights was, and it was an Eldorado.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I said that's from here. That car come from here.
So where was Joe Frazier from? Was Joe Frazier from St. Louis or East St. Louis?
No, from Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
How y'all get cool?
Who, Joe Frazier?
Yeah. Oh, is that the one you said that he signed his name over Ali's name?
No, that's Leon.
Oh, Leon Spinks. Sorry about that. Leon is from St. Louis or somewhere, ain't he?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
He did. Leon did.
Okay.
He died homeless, and he was cleaning less. Nobody Leon. He was working as cleaning high-rise buildings and stuff in St. Louis. He was homeless.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. Who was his promoter? Was he behind Don King?
Don King had him. And Michael still doing okay, though. Michael lived in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Michael actually was the boxer. Leon couldn't beat Ali on Ali's worst day. The only reason that Leon got the title from Ali because Ali owned 15% of Leon's contract, and that was the way it's supposed it went for Ali to be the first 3-time world heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
After the fight, I was the only one that Leon let up in his dressing room. He was at the Hilton before he let the newspaper and TV reporters up in there.
You say you was the only one he let in there then? Well, after he fought Ali?
Yeah. I told you, me and Leon were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. I ate breakfast with George Foreman. I ate breakfast with George Foreman in 1973 after he had beat Joe Frazier. I was in the Army then, and I was on my way to Fort Ord, California. and I saw George Foreman at the airport. He had his bibos on and apple hat and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I shook his hand and talked with him, and he was finna go eat breakfast. So I just went with him, and I sat down with him. We ate breakfast.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Listen, I done met Sugar Ray Leonard. I done met Joe Frazier. I done met Luke Ray Lopez. I done met Don King. I met Angelo Dundee. Oh my goodness. Tommy Hearns. Greg Page. Oh my goodness, yeah. I done met a lot. See, living in Las Vegas, that's how come I could meet a lot of.
Right.
Yeah. Me and Stan was at the Sugar Ray Leonard Tommy Hearns fight.
Oh, the Sugar Ray Leonard Tommy Hearns?
Yeah. I had took Hearns and Stan took Sugar Ray. But I knew that Tommy Hearns was gonna knock him out. But he knocked Tommy through the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, Sugar Ray hit harder than people, than his body, made it look like he hit.
Yeah, Sugar Ray he was pretty good. He was pretty good.
Because you wouldn't think that he hit as hard as he is because his body don't persist. I guess hitting ain't the size. It's a technique, ain't it, Dad?
It's what?
I said it's not a size. It's pretty much a technique, then, right?
That's what I'm going to say. No, it's the way you punch makes your punches hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not how much you weigh or nothing like that.
Right.
It's the way that you throw the punch.
Right.
It's the way you deliver the punch.
Yes, sir.
Like when you jab, your hands
snap that back.
Okay, now watch this here. Put your guards up, okay? Even while you're on the phone, and watch what I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like that. Now you got your fist balled up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now your lead hand. You know which one is your lead hand?
Yes, sir.
Your jab, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now slowly push it all the way out and straighten it all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now ain't your fist turning over where your knuckles are on the top?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. That's where it's supposed to be. Not straight out and don't move. When you throw that punch, your hand automatically turns over. That's what cuts the person because it's twisted.
It's twisting.
Yeah. And that's how you can cut a person too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See? And then that makes you jab quicker because it's going to automatically turn over. Some people that punch, okay, now I want you to punch. You throw your jab without turning your hand over there, and your thumb stay up in the. You know what I'm saying? Your thumb stay on the top, and your baby finger stay on the bottom. Push it out and leave it like that. You see, you're doing it.
Yes.
Don't that feel stupid?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why we have to correct them. When I'm teaching boxing, I have to, correct them on that and teach them how to punch. You know what I'm saying? Because a punch is natural. Your hand gonna naturally turn over. But if you're thinking about, well, I'm not gonna stick it out there like that, and your thumb stay pointing towards the ceiling, you're gonna get your butt tore out the frame.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's what Ramir wanted to do. He wanted to box.
Huh?
That's what Ramir wanted to do. He wanted to box. That's why I was telling him, I said, you got the best trainer that you need in your granddad. If that's what you want to do.
That's what I want to do. How old is he now?
Ramirez, 19 now.
Oh, he still can. He's good. He can still go.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, he can still be taught good. We can still be talked good.
Mm-hmm.
See, but yeah, then boxing teaches discipline too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? See, so when a person actually studying into boxing, they discipline point. They don't use it for to think that they tough.
Right.
Because I never did think and still don't think that I'm tough.
Just knew what you
But
could
I
do.
tell you what, people that do think they tough don't mess with you.
Okay, man.
See,
So it's the people that think they tough, all of a sudden they tough.
yeah, all of a sudden they ain't tough. You know? Yes, sir.
And that's because I don't act tough. They know what tough is. Tough know what tough is now.
Yeah,
Tough know exactly who it is,
Tough don't make no noise.
Man, I promise you don't, Dad.
See, no, tough don't make no noise.
Man, not at all. He just give results.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But your Father's Day was great, though, Dad. How did the poem reading go?
Well, it turned out good. Got a real good ovation from it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was real nice. Yeah, real nice.
What was it? A Father's Day speech?
Yeah.
Oh, Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Juneteenth is Wednesday, but we're not going to be there Wednesday. I mean, the next Sunday, Juneteenth will be over with. I mean, we have to observe it before we get here.
Yes, sir.
Last year, it was on my birthday and Father's Day, so it was 3 days in one.
Right. Exactly. Say so. So it was depicting Juneteenth. You say it was depicting Juneteenth.
It was about Juneteenth and how Juneteenth got started and why we celebrate it.
Okay, can you reiterate it to me, Dad?
Okay, like in 1863, Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, and that was to free all people that was in slavery.
Yes, sir.
And the Confederate states or the Confederate slave owners who still own slaves didn't like Lincoln's decision to free the slaves, and in states such as Missouri, Texas, Virginia, and a lot of other states was mad because Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. So what they did in retaliation of that, they quit observing Abraham Lincoln as the president and started recognizing Jefferson Davis as the Confederate president. And in 1865, June the 19th, Colonel Gordon Granger, accompanied by 200 Union soldiers, rode into Galveston, Texas, with a letter telling them that the 13th Amendment had been ratified, which abolished slavery and made slavery illegal. And black people started celebrating that day, which was June the 19th, celebrating it as Juneteenth. And they celebrated from that day to this day. But it didn't become a federal holiday until the year 2017, when President Joe Biden signed it into law as a federal holiday. So thus, Juneteenth is a federal holiday now.
Okay, and that's where that's the day that like you said when what significance do the arch has with the freedom? Is that word? Because
no, they don't have no.
They don't.
That gateway expansion, and they said they used it to say that is the gateway to the west.
Oh, so okay, all right. So I don't. You know what I was thinking? I thought I was told that that's where that was the showing the slaves that's where freedom came from. Because if I'm not mistaken, the underground railroad road through East St. Louis, don't it?
No. Definitely not. And you got the Dred Scott decision. Dred Scott was a slave in St. Louis, in Missouri. He got his free man papers, and he had paper to show that he was a free man, that he wasn't a slave no more. So he came over here to Alton, Illinois, and they wanted to put him in slavery, but he showed him his free man paper, and he fought it all the way to the Supreme Court. And he lost in the Supreme Court because the Dred Scott, you need to Google that too. The Dred Scott decision said that he could never be a free man. It would never be that we wouldn't never be recognized
as free
as a free man. And that's on the law of the book. So you look up the Dred Scott decision, and they returned him to Missouri. So now Missouri is a slave state. That's how come they so that right now, it's so prejudiced over there.
And you know what, Dad? I'm gonna tell you something, Dad. Man, when we was over there, Dad, I swear to you, I'm sitting there, I'm being nice to people. I'm figuring we're in St. Louis, so I figure East St. Louis is no different. You know what I mean? But when I was speaking to these white folks, man, they was like turning their nose up at me. I'm like, man, hold on, wait a minute, man. Wait.
I'm telling you now that is a real prejudice state. It is.
I seen that. I seen that too, Dad.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I seen that. So he had so when he went over to East St. Louis, so to speak, they arrested him saying that he wasn't free then, huh? Because in Illinois they were still recognized slavery then.
In Missouri they was recognized slavery.
Oh, okay. But in East St. Louis it wasn't.
Right. But they still had the race riots in 1917.
Yes, sir. And I seen that too, Dad. I seen that, and that's crazy.
Well, even today, racism is alive and well everywhere. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of white folks down there in East St. Louis today, Dad?
There's some that walk in the street.
I mean, but is it a whole lot, or
not really.
Right. But the ones that's there, who. Well, you ain't gotta know who they is, but you know what I mean. What you mean the new white folks? What's the difference, Dad?
When I came back here, I ain't never seen them ride through the city like they doing and all that.
These white folks ride through the city and chilling, huh, Dad?
Yeah.
They got their hats cocked to the side and stuff, Dad.
Yes, I don't know.
Man, these are different white folks, man. You stupid, Dad.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
I'm finna take my medicine and the pass out, get ready for tomorrow. Go pull this mule tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay then, Dad. Man, it was always a pleasure talking to you, Dad, man. And I love you. And I said Happy Father's Day again. I'm gonna tell you, man. I can never ask for a greater dad. Um, I know that. What I mean, I'm. Sometimes you can get. Your life can get stagnated, and that's because you got to finish learning who you are. Because what I mean, long as you got the option to speak to your dad. What I mean, you got the option to still learn who you is, because as you go, you still don't know who you is until you talk to your dad and learn who your dad is, because you know who you're gonna become.
Amen.
So that's why I say it's always been a pleasure, and I'm gonna call you every single day. What I mean, and continue to build my wealth.
Amen.
And mentally, spiritually, I'm feeling I'm feeling my cup, overrunning, with the wealth that I need.
Mm-hmm.
I always knew where to get it at, because you never left it to a point where I couldn't get it.
Without a doubt.
I know that my journey is to learn, and to learn from the best man that's going to teach me. Because we tend to give mothers all the credit, but we tend to not remember that that same credit that your mother is giving. Your dad deserve that same credit.
When you go through life, remember, it's not the teaching. It's not what you teach, it's what you learn.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then once you learn, it don't do you no good to keep it, but unless you give it away. It don't do you no good unless you can give it away. See, once you get that wealth, you don't keep it to yourself. You
yes,
give
sir.
it away. You know what I'm saying? And you bless others as you have been blessed.
Yes, sir.
See, so there'll come a time where the chords and the tables will turn around, and everything else will fall in place.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You just stay along the watchtower and watch it form.
Yes, sir.
You ain't got to mold it. Just watch it form.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a difference. Yes, sir.
You ain't got to put your hand in it and move none of the pieces. Let the pieces be where they're going to be at. And then you get the whole picture, and the picture will come to you.
Yes,
and
sir.
And you be the architect of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? And I'm gonna let you go on this one, Dad. My mama didn't have to tell me this. It's something that I knew anyway. Because I know my dad. And I live with my dad, and I've been with my dad. So my mama didn't have to tell me this when she never in her life had nothing bad to say about my dad.
Uh-huh.
You can hear as a kid, you can always say your daddy this, your daddy that. I never heard my mama say anything bad about my dad. So I knew that, that I was, birthed from greatness,
Uh-huh. And you ain't never heard your dad say nothing bad about your mom.
I mean, when I seen my dad, I'm telling you, Dad, like I told you, when I came into my mama's funeral, I didn't know, everything was on me. I didn't know how I was going to hold up. But then, like I told you, my auntie kept that secret, that you was coming there. And once I seen you, man, I swear to you, Dad, I swear to God to you. Once I seen you, man, I swear to God to you, man, I instantly felt, power over me. I was like, man, I got this now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really did, Dad, because going in there, I was a wreck. I was that little boy, that little boy missing his mama and didn't know, how to hold everybody up, but everybody was looking at me to hold up. But what they didn't really know is I really needed my daddy. You know what I mean? And then I
was there for you.
And that's what I'm saying. And when I see my daddy, I was like, whoa, man, God, man. I said, what, man? I said, man, God knew that I needed you.
Mm-hmm.
He knew I needed you, and I'm gonna tell you something, Dad. After you did your speech, man, later on, I told you my pastor was like, man, hey, man, your dad, man, he's something different. You know what I mean? He's something different, and all my friends was like, man, you just look just like your dad, and man, your dad, man, he just profound with his communication. You know what I mean? It's like your aura grab everybody.
Yeah. But that's it. That's the gift that God gave him. That's all.
Oh yeah. See, and that's why I say, from my granddad to my dad to me, you know what I mean? That's where I know that leadership comes from. I quit myself with this because I'm not telling a story. If I tell a person that, every day is your history making day. So make your history and learn. Learn your history. Learn who you are, and what you come from, and where you was at.
That's right. Yep.
You know, you made a lot of sense when you said this, Dad. You said, I mean, just listen to me now. You can believe me later. I just want you to listen to me now.
Yeah, hear me now and believe me later.
Oh, there you go. Hear me now and believe me later. You know what I mean? Because you ain't got to. I don't want you to believe me right now, because I want you to do your research.
Don't believe what I say. That's research.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I keep on, we're gonna be on this thing all night. And you gonna be up. So I'm just gonna go. Don't forget that. Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
All right, the same to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Love you.
Love you too.
Yep.
Later.
Yeah. We here at Paiddacost Podcast. We look for direction from the director. And in this case, my director is my dad. He had some amazing stories to tell. And like I said, first of all, his story with with him, in his in run with Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? It's something to die for. Because sometimes you have things that happen once in a lifetime. That's kind of like once in a lifetime. And coming from the story of the director. And I think that on Father's Day, you got to really give credit where credit is due, because you would never know your direction unless you go talk to the director. And we all have one director, other than our birth director. We all have one director that's in common, and that's the maker. Whoever you believe that he may be. And there's only one. It's these different names, but there's only one director. And it's our Father. And generationally, we have dropped the ball to the point where information. We don't share information anymore. And the lack of information sharing is putting us behind. As not a race, because we're not a race. As a society, we have tend to we tend to be misinformed, and we believe the misinformation. Because some people can love you unconditionally, and some people can love you under conditions. So as a father and as a son, I know my dad loved me, unconditionally. He don't love me, under conditions. So to get knowledge and to get my riches, I have to talk to him. And like I said, his story, with because he was a professional boxer, and like he told you the story, he used to work in the Las Vegas hotel, and they had a few words, so to speak, not where, my dad knew he couldn't whoop that man. But, my dad was just a general to the point where he got to, protect my, our namesake. But I ain't gonna sit there and say that he know he couldn't whoop him. But you know what I mean. I know my dad knew that was a bad man. You know what I mean, and he had and it was a chance that my dad could lose. I don't think nobody can whoop my dad. But anyway, like I said, the story of Muhammad Ali, is some happens once in a lifetime. And also his story, but Leon Spinks was his best friend. Well, I ain't gonna say best friend. He was good friend, should I say? And he also told you the story about that, so, you got to actually, listen to, and also, what people really didn't know is, Red Fox also, he actually had, he had boxers, and my dad, wanted to, Red Fox out of St. Louis, my dad out of East St. Louis. So, he knew my dad, because my dad, was, the Humphreys, the boxers around there, he was Golden Glove champion. But he said he went up to him, tried, wanted to box for him. He'll tell you the story, and it's kind of crazy, like I said, things like that, generationally, helps you move through society to the point where, the grounds that, your pops, your granddad, and everybody stepped on, my granddad, he was a minister, all his life, so, I came from greatness, here at Paiddacost Podcast, we love family, and and we looking to get and keep family strong and keep these black families strong together, because we have been misinformed, for so many years, and it's time to give us to get back information, to the point where we teaching our kids and grandkids, the truth, because there's a lot of things that that you can sit there and look at in your face, and you can actually see that those are stories that's being told to you, and you're being lied to. But at the same time, you're forced to believe that this is how it is, But everybody's scared to to stand up for the truth because they're scared to lose something. I was told by my daddy, if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. He said, a lie can hit your ride with anybody, but the truth walk alone. So that's why you see me doing everything, alone. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not learning this podcast. And, I'm doing everything myself. I'm self-taught. So, I'm going to make the mistakes. And, just be patient with me a little bit. I'm going to get it together. With that being said, I had a great Father's Day, speaking to my dad, and I'm pretty sure you would too, after you listen to, our father and son communication, Father's Day talk, generationally, we need a lot more of that. So, Paiddacost Podcast is, we're going to give you more content and better, information, for, with more content and better access, why don't you hit that subscribe button, push that like, get on this thing with your boy, what I'm saying? We paid the cost to do this, what I'm saying? So, like I said, we're going to take it one step at a time, and I'm going to leave you with, this Father's Day, saying by, from the great honorable,
I'm not going to tell you that I've been no perfect father. I've been growing. And sometimes you have to live a long time to learn something. And by the time you learn it, your children are grown.
Right.
Said, oh, this is what I was supposed to have done. So maybe I'll be a better grandfather than I was a father.
So generational
and
wealth
that's
is
why children really love grandpa and grandma.
Come on now, Reverend.
Because through trial and error, mom and pa learn better how to do this thing when they got to be grandma and grandpa.
Trial and error.
They lived that long.
With that being said, we at Teflon's Corner, you know what I mean? We want to, first of all, I want to thank my dad, you know, and wish him a happy Father's Day, you know, and appreciate the man that he is and, you know, the things that he taught me. You know, without him, I don't know, you know, what direction I would be going in. And at times, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know, if I was coming or going, you know, and so it's important, you know what I mean, to know who has your back unconditionally and who you need to unconditionally get up under their wing, because it's going to come to a point where I'm going to have to be the man that's going to have to, you know, be in position to answer questions, you know what I mean, generationally for my kids, my grandkids, you know. That's if I'm blessed, you know what I mean, long enough to be here, you know, to do that. And so my whole journey right now is to inform myself more, where I can inform my kids, my grandkids, and other, you know, your kids and grandkids. You know, my daddy knows a lot. He's been a lot. You know, he knows a lot. You know, and he's been through a lot. You know, he's the best man to teach me. So you know, you know, God could never have put a better man in position for me to sit down and, you know, pick up exactly what my dad is putting down. You know, so like I said, happy Father's Day, Dad. Happy Father's Day to you dads out there. Let's get this information and share it. Paiddacost Podcast, Teflon's Corner. It's another episode. Push that like button, subscribe for more content. Like I said, you know what I mean? That was, you know, activate your attractive host. It's Teflon from Paiddacost Podcast. You know, we're doing this self-talk, doing everything by myself, just learning it. Sometimes I may mess up. Just look over it. Paiddacost to do that. You know what I'm saying? So push that like button, hit that subscribe. Let's get this content out here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Paiddacost, baby. Teflon.